That call courtesy of the Brewers Radio Network, and we are thrilled to be joined by Owen Miller this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Owen, how's your day going, big guy?
Hey, how we doing, guys? I just woke up.
Chewy did too. It's weird.
Yeah.
We've been on the air for an hour and 40 minutes, but Chewy just woke up as well. So you have had a hell of a May. Let's just start there, obviously. Last night notwithstanding, this has been an incredible run. What's the secret to the success? Is there anything you're doing differently? Is it just this is baseball, sometimes the highs and the lows? How do you explain this incredible stretch you've had in the month of May?
No, I think I've just been telling people that I've been getting a little bit more consistent playing time. I mean, just seeing live pitching every single day. But no, I don't know. Probably has to do with probably seeing my family more. You know, getting some hometown cooking a little bit more. Just being back in the home state. So I was, grew up such a big Brewers fan, and it's just so I love being able to put on the Brewers jersey every single day.
Was it a dream of yours to play for the hometown team, Owen?
Yeah, absolutely. When I got traded over here, when I got the phone call in December, I told Cleveland, I said, you guys could have told me 28 other teams that I could have been traded to, and I probably would have been pretty upset. But I said, you're telling me that I'm going to my hometown Brewers? I'm like, man, I was like, I couldn't be happier. So, always been a dream to play for the Brewers.
So as you've become more comfortable, do you feel like you've got to, represent Milwaukee and kind of show all the guys the hidden gems that people don't know about in the greater Milwaukee area?
Yeah. I was telling my parents actually probably like a week or two. I said I feel like I can kind of sometimes connect, some of the guys, the team to a little bit more of the state of Wisconsin, I guess, and a little bit of Milwaukee, and guys will. The guys from California, the guys from Florida, like sometimes they don't know anything. So it's like, I'll try to tell them like, oh no, I'm like, Wisconsin is good. I'm just like, wait till the weather gets nice, wait till the summer comes, wait till, you're on wait till someday you can go on a lake and have some beers on a boat. So I'm like, there's a lot of fun things to do in Wisconsin, a lot of hidden gems in Milwaukee.
Owen Miller of the Milwaukee Brewers joining us here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning. Thrilled to have him as he has been having an incredible stretch. We're so happy to have the hometown kid on the hometown team. But a lot of people might not know, Owen, that your brother also plays ball, that he is actually in the Twins organization. So take me to some of those moments when y'all were growing up and you both are, into this sport. How did you know that you guys had a future in it? Were there just these moments of like, oh, we could be really good at this. There might be something here.
Yeah, I mean, ever since my brother was just a little kid, from the earliest memories I can think of, when he was 3, 4, 5 years old, and, I started, me and my dad would start playing catch with him, and I would start throwing the ball to him. I remember my mom she'd be like, oh, you're using the, when you're throwing to him, you're using the T-balls, right? You're using the softballs. I'm like, yeah, Mom, yeah, and we never were, but I would always throw it as hard as I could at him, and he'd always catch it and throw it right back. So, it's always been fun to kind of watch him progress through his baseball career, and he was always pretty small, and he was little, and all of a sudden then when he kind of got to high school, he started to really grow and started lifting weights and work out, and then he started to get a lot of attention through scouts, and it was cool to see a lot of MLB scouts come to Fredonia and come to our high school and watch him play. You just see him be lined up at our high school field when he was playing and videotaping him. So I don't know if there was ever really an exact moment where I knew or I could figure it out that both of us were going to be pretty good ball players. I think that I've just always been 6 years older than him, and I've always tried to teach him steps along the route. And, I've known that I could tell that when I was, maybe 18 and he was 12, I could tell how much things that I told him that I was learning in college helped him. And then when I was 24 and he was 18, and he was getting ready for the draft, I'd help him through things with that. So it just kind of always lined up. And, I tried to be a good big brother and try to give him advice, and it's taken him a long way. So I hope that he can keep doing well. And I actually got to watch him in Beloit a couple weeks ago play when he was playing, because he's in the Midwest League right now in A-ball. So I drove down to Beloit and we got to watch him play, so that was pretty cool.
So, Owen, I grew up with 5 brothers, and there was huge sibling rivalry. But I'd rather play against them than with them. There was just something there. Would you rather play with your brother or against him?
No, I was always against him. Always against him. We had some pretty intense wiffle ball games back in the day when it was me and my little cousin. We had a pretty good matchup. It was me and my little cousin. She goes to our high school now too. She's actually she committed to softball at Northern Illinois.
Oh,
and then
cool!
It was my brother. Yeah, and then it was my brother, and then our also little cousin, her sister, who actually plays at Concordia. He plays baseball at Concordia. So we had a good little matchup. That it was just like the perfect amount of, Natalie, she was a little bit younger, and then those two were kind of in the middle. So we had some good 2-on-2 matchups in the backyard.
I know the off days are few and far between, especially off days you'll get to spend here at home in Milwaukee, but it looks like you might have one on June 15th. Walk me through what the plans are, the ideal off day in the life of Owen Miller, Milwaukee Brewer.
Well, usually the night before, honestly, a lot of times I like to drive up to my parents' house in Fredonia, and I'll go home. I'll see my sister. My mom will usually make a home cooked meal.
Does she make one specifically for you? Is there like a go-to that she'll make just for you?
Sometimes. Sometimes I'll kind of ask what they haven't had in a while. I guess I'm not the most picky when it comes to certain foods. I guess I am, but I'm not. I don't know. Whatever my mom's making, I'll eat. But the next day, then I'll sleep in my bed from high school that night, and then I'll kind of, if there's stuff that I kind of got to get done, there's certain little things that you try to get done on the off days in the morning, just little errands or certain things that you kind of been putting off for a while. But on off days, I just like to relax. I like to get off my feet. The season's long. You play a lot of games. You're playing every single day, so you got to use those off days to recover. You don't want to be doing too many things that are hard on your body. So it's always good. Just kind of you want to drink water, eat right, and then just relax. So my mom, she works from home. I'll see her in the morning and stuff, and sometimes maybe the night before I'll see my buddies and stuff like that. My buddies from high school too. So it's nice. It's pretty nice just being able to be home, because for so many years, I was gone to college, or I was gone in the minor leagues, or I was gone in Cleveland. So, you have probably six months where, I'm not home at all. I'm not even at the house at all. So, it's cool to kind of go in the backyard and just kind of sit out on the porch and just kind of look around and, just kind of take it all in at times. So, just relaxing on those off days.
Milwaukee Brewers infielder Owen Miller hanging out with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning. Owen, when we had Garrett Mitchell on the show with us about a month ago, he told us that he loves chocolate chip cookies. So much so that we started a bracket here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, trying to figure out what the best chocolate chip cookie was. For Garrett Mitchell, we told him that at the end of the season, we would have him pick between the final 4. It's the Garrett Mitchell Chocolate Chip Cookie Crusade. What can we do like that for you? What's something that you love, that you're always looking for the best of, that we could go out and do the legwork, right? Maybe it's tacos. Maybe it's ham sandwiches. What is something that you would like for us to do the legwork on and find the very best of in the state of Wisconsin?
Man, that's a good question.
Beer?
Honestly, I'm a
Well, someone's got to do it, I guess.
This is very altruistic of us. I hope you're picking up on that, Owen. We're willing to do all the legwork for you and then present you with the final 4 of whatever it is.
Well, just as in season, sometimes my go-to, I guess, dessert, or sometimes when I crave, I always crave like a chocolate shake at night. So I know there's obviously a bunch of different chocolate shakes out there, but I always kind of base I really like the Culver's chocolate shakes, but then it's like you got some of your the low key places, like I'll obviously Cops chocolate shake. Can't go wrong with a Cops chocolate shake. So it's like, then you obviously have a bunch of other different places. So yeah, I guess chocolate shake is kind of a place, or it's kind of something that I always kind of look at and I'm like, oh, I wonder how their chocolate shake is. And let me see it. So, well, right up the road from me, we have a cheese store in Random Lake. We always get chocolate shakes from there too. They use like the best whole milk. So that honestly might be the bar right there. But yeah.
All right, I guess we'll do chocolate.
I was going to say, it's going to take some convincing. Maybe, I guess, you twist our arms and we could do the chocolate shake challenge for Owen. That also has good symmetry because, of course, Marquette had the milkshakes for the victories, right? They had the milkshakes when they won. They would celebrate with a milkshake. So maybe Owen is celebrating the victories with a milkshake as well. Owen, can you take us inside that clubhouse for just a minute? How is the vibe of the team right now? Obviously, the Brewers starting out so incredibly hot. I know you guys go into it with the mindset of like baseball's a long season, regressing to the mean and whatnot. But what is the vibe inside the Brewers clubhouse right now about this team?
Oh, we got a really good locker room. There's a really good vibe. A lot of really good guys in the locker room. I like to say that it's a really good mix of guys. It's a good mix of older guys, with Wade Miley and Woodruff and Burns, where we got the older pitchers, and then I got a good mix of young guys where it's Terang and Weimer and Garrett before he got hurt, and me, and then we also kind of got good mix of American guys, good mix of Latin guys with the Don Mason, Contreras, Betty, and so it's just a good, it's a good group of guys, and I like how baseball, there's guys from all over the world, all over the country that can come together and come together as a team. So everybody gets along. We'd like to mess around, that's for sure. I mean, when you got Rowdy Tellez in your locker room, every day's a new day, and he keeps it pretty loose in there. So. The vibes are good right now in the locker room.
All right, what's a good Rowdy story? How does he keep it loose?
He just is, he's real. He, if you're doing something that you should be doing, he'll let you know. Or if a guy needs to get picked up, Rowdy's the guy. And he's a good guy. He's definitely one of a kind, that's for sure. So. But he's a guy that's guys love playing with him, and I love throwing him at first base. That's for sure. Good target over there to hit, and I love watching him do his thing at the plate. But yeah, I don't know. He just is. He's just a good dude and keeps it loose.
If someone calls you one of a kind, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's what I've been wondering.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a good thing.
I guess the way how you can look at it. But it's a good thing.
I feel it's all about tone.
Depends
right?
on the person.
Yeah.
Like if someone says, Jen Latta, she is one of a kind.
Yeah. It's the context and the tone.
Well, I think if your name is Rowdy, you're one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yes, very true. He was mic'd up recently, and they distributed it on a bunch of the social channels. Hilarious. Yeah. So good.
Yeah, okay.
Now, and he's not playing it up for the microphone, right, Owen? Right? Like that's just who he is.
I said Rowdy. He's real. So that's about as authentic as you get. So.
Well, Owen, we appreciate you hanging out with us here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We are wishing you the best of luck for the rest of the season, and we're going to get right on that chocolate shake bracket for you. Okay, we're going to get right on that. I know it's asking a lot, but I think we're up to the task.
All right, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know what the best chocolate shakes in Wisconsin are.
We appreciate Owen getting up with us early this morning. Owen Miller of your Milwaukee Brewers hanging out with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, giving us the lowdown on the locker room and telling us all about his buddy Rowdy Tellez.